How's it going, everybody? It's Josh with Be Known. I'm here with Jamil Thobani. Want to introduce you guys to him. He's a client with BKU, Be Known University. So I wanted to talk to him a little bit about, what he's been doing and, everything. I'm going to ask him a few questions. We're going to keep this real casual and just go about our business with this. So first off, Jamil, I'm going to let you introduce yourself. So why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are and, what area you serve?
Sure, yeah, I'm Jamil Thobani. I'm a residential real estate agent at EXP Realty here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I've been in business for just a little over 4 years now.
Awesome, awesome. And as far as your specialty or your niche, what would you say that is?
So I got a couple that I kind of focus in on. A lot of it is investors, so attracting investors into properties. And of course, who doesn't love working with buyers and first-time buyers?
Right, right. Excellent, excellent. So if anybody is looking for a referral to send somebody to in Calgary, this is your guy, Jamil, okay? So my next question is, as far as the Be Known University platform goes, how did you hear about that?
Yeah, so it's interesting. I'm part of a brokerage that focuses on collaboration, and we have an internal portal. And there was an agent there that had just recommended Be Known. He'd been doing some work with you guys, so he's an existing client, I believe. And yeah, so I just kind of reached out and looked into what you guys were doing.
Excellent, excellent. So as far as, you joined the platform, how long have you been on this platform?
Yeah, it hasn't been too long. It's been just a little over a month, actually.
And you've completed the main courses or you're almost done?
Yeah, pretty much there. It's a little bit hard when you get things going and then you start getting all these leads. So
That's good. That's good.
I get all
Not
that
a
happen.
bad problem.
Yeah.
How long would you say it took you to complete those courses?
I would say that I was able to hash the majority of it out in a few hours. I think it took me maybe an hour and a half because I'm a little bit of a slow guy. An hour and a half to just get things set up the way they needed to be set up, and then I had my first ad up and running. And I'd even say I got my first lead within the first hour.
Excellent, excellent. That's what we like to hear. That leads me to my next question, which is when you were looking at this, and I know you said you were in one of the EXP portals looking at this, and you went on there, you were looking to sign up. What would you say your expectations were, when you were getting ready to just hit that sign up button?
I would say for the nominal cost, I thought if I could just figure out how to get an ad up and going, and it cost me what it did, I just thought that that's all I expected was one ad and up and going. That's it.
Very nice. And as far as any type of like snags, roadblocks in the way when you were going through the course. Now you are up in Canada, so I know, we all worked as a team, to try and fix some of these things. And basically, I know that the main issue that we had when doing, the course versus you going through it and implementing it was that Facebook Canada's platform set up a little bit differently. Would you say there was any other things besides that you kind of ran into?
No, outside of that, it was pretty straightforward. And I'm not the most technically savvy individual. It was great because there was a video for me to watch, and then there was basically a script for me to just follow, click here, do this, move this around. Obviously, in Canada, our views are a little bit different on how the Facebook Ads Manager is structured and whatnot. But anytime I got stuck on something, I was just easily able to reach out to you guys and set up a call. And right there on a Zoom call, we actually got things figured out.
Good job, team. That's what I like to hear. So, as far as the results that you're seeing right now, I know you said you got a lead in the first hour.
Yeah.
Would you say that, as far as doing this yourself, you built it yourself after watching the courses? This is something that people pay, lots of money for big box companies to do. What would you say your results are versus, say another platform that you've used previously?
Yeah, so I've used other platforms before, and you could pay upwards of $300 or $400 a month, even a bit more than that. to get just ads set up, and then it's your responsibility to follow up with those leads. In this scenario, for $50 a month, I basically just have to set up the ad myself, following the scripts that you give, and I still get the same number of leads. Like, I would say within the first month, I had over 100 leads. My ad spend was about $1 Canadian per lead. So that's about, I think, 75 cents US.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it cost me $50 to what someone would normally charge me $300 or $400 to do. So
Excellent. That's, man, that is great results. My next question is a little bit focused towards the KV Core side of things. Now, we talked to a lot of agents that use KV Core, and most of them didn't even know that the KV Core platform could do this stuff. When you first started taking the KV Core, courses, how did you find that that was, better than what your original kind of outlook on KV Core was? Did you know about all these tools that KV Core offers, how it just sets everything up on autopilot, or was, these courses kind of like a brand new thing, like, oh my goodness, KV Core does this?
yeah, so I hadn't explored KV Core that much. I do remember sitting at an open house a while back, and I had registered for a KV Core course, and it kind of just had instructions on what to do as well. But I didn't stick with it. When I saw this, it was simple. They were like 10-minute videos, and I literally just had to follow a script. It just made it a lot more easier. I didn't know about all the tools, and it's probably just my fault for not digging into it. But it's great that I've been able to figure this all out with your guys' help.
Excellent. Yeah, we've ran into that a lot, talking to different agents and stuff that just really had no clue that, KV Core did that. A lot of people had said, oh, it's clunky. Oh, I'd rather use a different CRM, things like that. Mostly it's just because they don't know, because there's not a specific platform like we've built that shows you that it can do all that. So I wanted to just, touch base one more time on, you said you've used other platforms, and I don't want to put anybody out there, put them on blast or anything like that, or say negative of anything about another company. But as far as, other platforms you used, and now you're with us, how would you compare us to those other platforms?
So one, I think it's phenomenal. Because it's cost effective. I'm learning what I need to learn from it, and on top of that, I'm getting support. So if I can get it figured out, there's somebody there who I can either jump onto a weekly call with, or reach out and plug something into Brian's calendar, and then there we are. We're kind of working through whatever we need to work through. So I kind of really like that. The other side of it is someone kind of sets it all up for you, and then you get a massive amount of these leads, and you really don't even know what they were clicking on, and you kind of just start calling them, and yeah.
So until we kind of specified it a little more, so you understand a little more what they're clicking on and what the lead's coming in off of.
Yeah, and you can be very strategic, because, so for instance, I wanted a strategy where I just didn't have anyone and everyone clicking on an ad, and I wanted to weed out maybe some individuals who may not be qualified or looking at lower end or priced homes. And so Brian and I actually chatted about that, and based off of his experience, we adjusted what the average sales price we were looking for, and adding in extra questions to be able to weed out some individuals, so that way we're getting better quality leads coming through.
That's great, man. That's really great. I'm really glad that, you feel that way about our platform, and that we've been very supportive. We have a lot of different team members, and, for them to be able to jump in, and for me to hear it, because I kind of oversee a lot of people, to hear that they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. I mean, obviously Brian is going to do that, but, it's just great to hear that in that short amount of time, you're seeing great success, and not only that, but you're getting great support. So I want to thank you a lot for your time, Jamil. I know you're a busy guy, and with all those leads, we're keeping you busy. I really appreciate it. The one thing I'm going to mention for you guys that are watching this is that if you want to see the type of success and get the type of knowledge that Jamil is seeing right now and the knowledge he's gaining, Jamil and I talked right before this, and he decided he wants to send out his link to you guys. He's got his own personal link. Now, this course is normally $600 a month. If you go through his link, which will be posted probably right around here at the bottom, you're going to click that and you're going to get a special offer just for going through him for $50 a month. There's always new content going up, always new things going in there. And thanks to Jamil and his success and the knowledge he's gaining, we're giving that to you through his link for $50 a month, okay? So I want you guys to check that out. If you have any questions that you want to ask, feel free to message us, or you know what, you can look up Jamil. We'll also put his personal links in there as well. So again, Jamil, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Everybody else, you have a great one, and we'll see you on the next interview.